Howdy everyone, Laxo here again, and today we are going to be talking about and going over this soul box. So I'm usually a pretty happy, pretty cheerful person. I think most people know me as like a glass is half full kind of guy, but this soul box is not good. This is a very poor decision made by Oasis that should have been released well over a year ago, probably over 2 years ago. Let's talk about the history of these two characters. So, these characters, I'm pretty sure both these characters, they didn't even have their weapons released until probably several months after the characters were actually, several months after the game was actually created, which is kind of sad in my opinion. But when they were released, the really, really sad part was it was put behind the recharge event, a $50 recharge event. And even then, both these characters fell off not too soon after. Urahara stayed up there, but Zangetsu definitely fell off, which is so unfortunate. I feel really bad for the people that put way too many resources into Zangetsu. It's unfortunate. Nobody knew when or if the event summon, Soul Jade summon number 1 would come to an end. So I think everyone was kind of on the edge. But nonetheless, this should have been released when Soul Jade Summon 2.0 came out. That is when this soul box should have been released. That is when it should have been released. But that is not the case. So we're going to go ahead and look at what we have here. Once again, I don't suggest spending resources. Don't spend Jades. Don't spend Omni Shards. Don't spend on these characters. You do not need it. These characters are free. So no need to, and spoiler here, we're going to take a look at their weapons, but both their weapons are kind of garbage as well, unfortunately. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out these characters really quickly here. Once again, I don't suggest spending on the soul box. Unfortunately, the next soul box is probably going to be Grimmjow Shinji, which is, in my opinion, even worse. But at least Shinji's usable. Anyways, let's take a quick look here at the actual characters themselves. Let's take a look at Zangetsu first. So, let's take a look at his Awakened Runes here. So, chance of activating the first instance of Reborn. Reborn is pretty much Nemu. Character dies, they reborn. Is increased to 85%, subsequent activations return to 5%. So 85% unfortunately isn't even 100, so you don't even get the guaranteed reborn with the 6 Awakened Runes. So this passive right here has a 15% chance of doing absolutely nothing at all. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look here at his rage skill. Alright, so his weapon, after, I don't know why it says special weapon awakens. After special weapon awakens, damage is greatly increased, and the opponent's rage decreased further. The decreased rage points are transferred to self. Yes, that is pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, that is pretty good. However, when this character is not seeing very much to any play at all, why would you put resources into getting their weapon? Unfortunately, this character is seeing slim to zero play nowadays. Unless you are on the old servers or you have his 6 Awakened Runes, this character is seeing slim to zero play. So, unfortunately, he is a hard pass. Also, I'm sure people probably know this by now, but the rage damage, and the damage reduction on his rage, the way it works is if they don't have full rage, it reduces the rage and then it gives it back based on how much damage was done. So in reality, this character rage skill can give the character rage, not take it away, but give it. So that's unfortunate, but that's just how the character was made. Probably an oversight on Oasis's first like UR character ever actually made. However, at this point, let's take a look here at Urahara. So Urahara, let's see here, 6 socketed legendary rune, regen 10% of the max HP after receiving a crit. Also, take a look up here. We get crit resist chance. I know you get crit resist chance when it's based on a crit. It is definitely counterintuitive. I agree. However, the block chance and effect reduction is pretty nice, and 24% across the board is pretty good as well. Let's take a look here at his actual rage skill. So, weapon. After weapon awakens, damage is greatly increased and crit chance of all enemies is decreased as well. Once again, the crit reduction isn't even that much, unfortunately, but it is all enemies. Yes, it is all enemies, which is pretty good. However, he's not there for damage. All of us know that. He's not there for, he's there for shields and maybe get the entangle off. Other than that, that's pretty much all he's there for, and being a tank. So with that being said, Urahara, if you run the resistant Warsaw with the Rose Warsaw, and you run him on a squad that's running the BT Soul Hall for Okiora, you get the HP back. So effectively you gain like 50 or 60% HP, and if you're running Orihime and you fall below 50% HP, you pretty much get max HP back immediately, which is pretty insane. So of these two characters, Urahara is the much better choice, but everyone should pretty much have both these characters at 6 and 7 star by now. So I don't think anybody should spend any Jades on this soul box. Skip it, and let's hope that the next soul box isn't going to be Grimmjow Shinji, because that'll be unfortunate. But anyways, guys, there is a silver lining, and that is that we have a season pass character coming soon, which I will be discussing that. I'm sorry, not season pass. Event character coming soon, which I will be discussing that on the next one, on the next video. So stick around for that. I'll be getting around to that eventually, and that's going to wrap this one up, guys. If you guys enjoyed this content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if you guys would like to chit chat, join my Discord, come hang out with the community, and I'll catch you on the next one. Adios, y'all.